Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Taz and today you are going to see my 1000 subscriber celebration stream. So I decided that when I hit 1k subs I would create a house in The Sims in the shape of 1000 and I would decorate it, and I'm also going to be doing a Q&A as well, answering questions that you lot had. So some of you posted on my Discord certain questions to do with live streaming Sims. So I'm going to be answering them in the voiceover of this video. If you do enjoy this video, then don't forget to give it a like, give it a comment if you fancy, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Thank you again, everybody who has subscribed and has got me to 1000 subscribers. It is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe we've got there. But I hope you enjoy this video and take care. Okay, so this is quite possibly the worst build I think I've ever done on Sims. Looking back on this, I don't know what I was thinking. I decided to do, so I wanted to do the shape of 1000, but I decided to make it all pink. So like the entire outside and the inside is majority pink. Yes, pink is my favourite colour of all time, but I don't know what I was thinking, to be quite honest with you. So I hope you enjoy it. This will probably never happen again, but do enjoy. So I'll start the questions off. Obviously, I asked people on Discord, and I'll go through and answer as many as I can. So question number 1 is, what motivated you to start streaming? So I had never even thought that I'd ever be streaming like live to multiple people. But back years ago when I was younger, I used to make YouTube videos like with my friends sometimes, like randomly talking. I'd sometimes make edits of One Direction when I was a massive fangirl. But that was always sort of just me messing around. It was never anything serious. However, back in 2017, I think it was, my ex-boyfriend got a PC and he decided to start streaming. And when he began, I used to moderate for him and I did a lot of networking to try and help him grow, so like with communities and whatnot. And then around 6 months after he began, he suggested that I should try, and that I should give it a go, and that I've got the personality for it and that I'd have, you know, the right attitude to do it. So I started, and here we are. It's massively crazy to look back on that and see how fragile and, like, I don't know, just how different a person I was back then. Because I feel like streaming has really improved my confidence, and I've definitely got a lot better at it looking back on like my first streams and whatnot. So I suppose this leads us on to my inspirations for streaming / YouTube. Obviously, I've only been doing YouTube for, well, I started doing YouTube, but then I didn't carry it on. But for streaming, I've been doing it now for 2.5 years. So my ex was obviously my original inspiration. He inspired me. He started streaming. I watched him do it, and he was just having a great time of it. So he was my original inspiration. However, like since being introduced to Twitch, I started to watch people like Holly BB, Lil Simsy, Claire Siobhan. So I'm getting constantly inspired by this lot because obviously they're Sims creators and I'm seeing what they're making and I'm like, wow, people can actually do really well at this. When I first started streaming, I played Fortnite. But I would watch people like Ninja with my ex and stuff, and I'd see like him kicking off and getting so much attention and whatnot, and I was like, wow, like this is crazy how people can do this. But yeah, no, I started and I've just been having so much fun. I do it for the fun and I do it for the enjoyment, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So the next question is, before streaming, what was the career path that I was following? And what did I take for GCSEs / A-levels? So to be quite honest with you, I'm still really not sure what I want to do with my life. For GCSEs, apart from the compulsory subjects, I took art, history, food technology, statistics, and there was something else, but I cannot remember it. And then for A-levels, I took media studies, sociology, English language and literature, and then maths. Like, that is so not me. And then I went on to university and I did media studies, which I graduated with a first class honours last year. So this kind of leads on to the question of, if I could have any job in the world, what would it be? So at the start of this year, I was looking at sort of social media advertising related jobs, which is something that I would probably like to do, you know, to work in like the marketing industry, maybe the advertising industry, or even, I don't know, like working on films, like that could be really cool. Like, I don't know. I'm still at that stage where I just haven't got a clue and I'm just taking life as it comes, really. So the next question is Sims related, and it was, what would it take for you to do the 100 baby challenge? To answer this, it would take a heckin' lot. Like, I don't even think that money could buy me on this one. I've said it before, and I will say it again. The babies in Sims can 0121 heckin' do one. Like, I've tried so hard with them, with babies and with toddlers in Sims, but I just can't deal with them. 1 out of 10, would not try again. Next question is, when did I first start to play The Sims? I first started playing The Sims when I was around 5 years old, on my parents' old PC. And I used to remember it would take a lifetime to load. I'd be sitting there waiting for the loading screen. Since then, I've played Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3 and Sims 4. And a fun fact, I suppose, is that The Sims 4 is the only Sims game that I've owned all of the expansions for. So back when I, like, with Sims 2, Sims 1, Sims 3, my parents would buy the packs for me, so they were less like willing to buy each and every pack. So with like Sims 1, I had a few packs, and then I don't think I had as many on Sims 2. And then with Sims 3, again, I had a couple more. But Sims 4, you know, because of Twitch, I've been able to, you know, have all the packs. And then this question leads on to my all-time favourite Sims game and pack. And this is a tough choice. So it's a bit of a toss-up situation. Sims Making Magic was an OG, and I really enjoyed that one. But I also really loved Sims 3 Island Paradise, because I used to really enjoy making the hotels and running the hotels. Like, that was one of my favourite things to do in the game. However, Sims 4, some of my favourite packs are Seasons, Cats and Dogs, Jungle Adventure. So I don't know, to choose my all-time favourite pack / game, it's too tough, it's too difficult for me. Okay, so the next question is, how do you deal with negative comments and negative people in Twitch streams or on YouTube? So as everyone knows, I'm all about positivity and I'm all about sharing that around. So if we get people in my streams who are toxic, or if they're trolling, if they're trying to bring down my vibes, I will ignore them. And then myself or moderators will instantly remove them from the stream. And I suppose this is the same with YouTube comments. Obviously, I'm still new to content creating on YouTube, so I'd get more trolls and things like that over on Twitch. But with YouTube comments, I'll just ignore. You know, that's the best way to do it. Although sometimes on Twitch, it can be funny to kind of give a rant to the trolls. So we've had people come in before where they're like, send pit, like, show me your feet, show me this, show me that. And I'm like, this is not a dating site. Chill. And I think everybody likes it, because I don't, usually I'll just ignore the trolls, but on the rare occasion I will go into a rant. Obviously, we sometimes have people who come into the streams where they're feeling a bit low, feeling a little bit negative, and, you know, they come into the stream, they want to be cheered up. You know, you all know what we do. We will give them love and offer support to try and make their day that tiny bit better. I always say this, like, you know, if I can improve somebody's day even just a tiny bit, then, like, my job is done and I'm happy. Okay, so what advice do I have for new streamers, particularly when it comes to growing their community? So in general, I would just sort of say to be yourself, to not do anything that you don't want to do. Don't force yourself to play a game that you don't want to play. If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. Like back when I first started streaming, I used to play Fortnite, and it got to a stage where I wasn't enjoying it. I was getting bored, and I just kept playing it, and I was like, no, I need to switch this up. I'm not enjoying it at all. So definitely do not force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. With regards to growing a community, it's quite tough, because when I was first starting out, I really didn't think too deep into this sort of stuff. Like, it just kind of happened. I'd have people come into the streams, and then they'd come into another stream, and then another stream, and then they'd return. I would definitely say not to focus too much on numbers, because it will consume you, it will stress you out. You'll see a drop in numbers, and then you'll be like, oh, what have I done? Because I used to have my view count on, and I used to really focus, and it would revolve around numbers essentially. Whereas now, in the last 6 months or so, keeping my view count off has been so much better for like my mental well-being on streaming on Twitch. Like, it's so much better. So, my favourite memory of my time on Twitch so far, that's such a tricky one. Oh, there's so many to choose from. But I would definitely say finding out I got partnered on Twitch is one to remember, because it happened live on stream, and it was so surreal. Everybody just couldn't believe it. Also, I'd suppose at that same time, we were raising money for Mind, a mental health charity, and we also raised £2,600 for them. So that's something that's a really good memory as well. So the next question is, why did you decide to call us Tasmanian Devils / Tasmanian Angels? Well, when I was trying to think of a community name, I wanted it to relate to my username, obviously Tazkabaz. And then I remember thinking of an old pyjama top that my dad used to have, and it had the Tasmanian Devil on it from Looney Tunes. So I was like, oh, that could be cool. I could do a twist of like Tasmania / the Tasmanian Devil, which is obviously spelt with an S. And my name is spelt with a Z. So I was like, oh, I could do that and then link it to my name. So that's when I came up with the whole Tasmanian Devils and Tasmania. The Tasmanian Angels came as a kind of thing when channel points were introduced to Twitch. So I wanted to have a second role in the Discord for people who, had saved their channel points, and I could maybe give exclusives to them, like with emotes and whatnot. And so Devils, Tasmanian Devils, Tasmanian Angels, it just worked. It just worked out perfectly. So that's how that came about. Okay, next question, we're going back to Sims, and it's, if you could live anywhere in the Sims world, where would it be and why? This is a no-brainer for me, and 100%, hands down, it would be Granite Falls. Like, easy peasy. It reminds me of Canada, like with all the mountains and the trees and the rivers. It really reminds me of Canada, and it's so beautiful. I went to Canada last year for the first time, and the place is just amazing. The people are so friendly. So yeah, definitely Granite Falls. Next question, if I could tame any animal into being my pet, what would I choose? So when I was younger, I always wanted a monkey as a pet. I always used to think that if I adopted a monkey, I could dress it up, I could look after it, and it could live in my house. Lo and behold, when I got older, I realised that was not a thing. So probably a monkey, but if it could be like a bigger kind of animal, then I would choose a lion. Because imagine like a big friendly lion that you could just snuggle anytime you wanted. That would be super cool. So the next question is, what are some of the ways that you intentionally interact with your streaming and YouTube communities to keep encouraging them to be so supportive and wholesome? And I found this one quite tricky to think of an answer to, because to be quite honest with you, I just wing everything. Like, you know, I feel as though people in my community are just naturally so supportive and wholesome without much encouragement from me. Although I suppose, you know, the encouragement in my streams to give others love, like, maybe helps a little. You know, if somebody's having a down day, then we'll try and improve their mood and give them a bit of love to support them. Obviously, back a couple of months ago, we started love bombs in my stream, which is where we go into another streamer's chat while I'm live. And we all go in and we copy the same message saying, this is not a raid. What is the message? Something like, this is not a raid. This is just a love bomb to spread the love or whatever. And we'll all go into that streamer's chat. And we just, to spread love, just to support other streamers that stream on Twitch. So I suppose that's one way that I encourage people to be supportive of others. So what are the goals you hope to achieve in the future on your YouTube and Twitch channel? So again, I'm somebody who just kind of takes things as they come. So I guess to further build up this community, for me to keep doing streams and keep making YouTube videos, and getting out that content, as long as I'm enjoying it, that's all that matters to me. You know, if I stopped enjoying it, then I would think, right, okay, I need to find something else to do. But no, I'm having so much fun doing what I'm doing now. So I suppose we'll take things as they come and just see what happens, I guess. So the next question is, what's your favourite kind of playstyle when it comes to Sims? I.e. family gameplay, single sim, like living life, etc. So as you all know, I very rarely do gameplay. But if I'm playing for fun, I will sometimes do like a family kind of gameplay, or I will add a bit of drama with a bit of romance to spice things up. Like maybe have a sim who's getting all the women, or a female sim that's, you know, dating consistently. Just something like that, really. But yeah, as you all know, I very rarely do gameplay. But I'd be interested to do a lot more challenges now that I'm doing putting videos on YouTube. So I guess we'll see. We shall see. So the next question is, would you ever play any other games on stream again? Now, back a few months ago, obviously, I used to play Sims and Minecraft on stream. And I had people who would watch me just play Sims, some who would only watch me play Minecraft, some who would watch me play both. But I stopped playing Minecraft because it got to the point where I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. I'm very much somebody who loves to do the creative side of these sorts of games with the building. And Minecraft, I just wasn't enjoying it, so I stopped playing it. And I've been enjoying just doing Sims on stream. But if a game came along where I really enjoyed it and I felt as though I could stream with it and enjoy it too, then yeah, I'd definitely play it on stream. But what I do realise is that a lot of games are quite limiting to how much I can talk to chat. So for example, shooty pew pew games like FPS games, you know, you've got to be consistently watching the game. And as you all know, I prioritise my chat. So certain games that I don't know if I'll play on stream because I'd rather chat with you guys than be really, really focused on the game. So yeah. So I think by the end of this, by the end of me making this pink house, I'd kind of just given up. All the rooms are obviously pink with pink flooring, pink wallpaper. There are some items that aren't pink, just so I could put certain items in, but like with clutter, and when I build, I like to fill spaces, but there's a lot of like hallways in here that aren't full up. So yeah, this is definitely not my best work, so please do not judge it. I just wanted to do something silly for the 1,000 subscriber celebration celebration YouTube video. And I think that wraps it up for the questions today. Yeah, if you would like for me to, answer any more questions in a future video, then pop a question down below, and I'll either answer it in the comments or I will answer it in a future video. But yeah, this is how the finished product looks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again for all the support on this video, all the support on my previous videos, my journey to 6am, my challenge videos. I truly do appreciate any support that you lot give to me, so thank you ever so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, then please give it a thumbs up, give it a comment and subscribe if you want to see more. It all helps and I really appreciate it so much. So thank you ever so much. Take care and I will see you soon. Taz out. You can't see me, but Taz out.